Hi, I'm Evada Perón from the Terminal City All-Stars from Vancouver, Canada, and I'm here interviewing Kim Janna, one of my buddies and also an amazing jammer for our team. And I just wanted to bring up something that was discussed a little bit in January of this year, and that was her experiences being a house team skater and how that worked out for her in the first game that she experienced, because I feel like that's a really great story to share with everybody.
Oh, thanks. I'm Kim Janna. We're here with Blood and Thunder. Thanks, Evada Perón. This is really fun doing an interview together because we're such good friends, so we feed off each other, so it's nice. I tried out, I believe, in 2010 for Terminal City, and the funny story is that I was terrible. I was a terrible skater, and I think I flew by on my shining personality. Very charming, and I was last picked. So the team that I ended up playing for was the Bad Reputations, and they were the top team in the league, so they got, all the last picks, and that was this guy right here. And I believe I almost didn't make, I found out later, not that night, that would have been horrifying, but I found out later that I almost didn't make the cut. They were going to make me a free agent, but they were like, she's so nice. Thank God. Ooh, thank goodness, because I was terrible. So I made the team. I made the Bad Reputations, and I believe within a year I tried out, maybe a year, a little bit, I tried out for the All-Stars, but it was a long road to that. So that's the funny story, is that I barely made the cut. So to those of you out there who were like, I'm not top of my line, I put a lot of work into it. I did a lot of extra work, and I found myself in a lot of empty tennis courts, a lot of empty parking lots, just really working on stuff and spending, some people, it comes a little bit easier to them, and some people have to put a lot of extra time. So if you're that type of person that's got to put that extra time, and you really care about skating at a high level, you just got to put in that extra time.
So a lot of teams do it differently in terms of rostering skaters and the warm-up and how, the whole intro and how that all goes in terms of a bout. So tell us about your first experience. You're on the Bad Reputations. You believe that they picked you for a reason. What happened that first game?
So I'm on the Bad Reputations. Colors are teal and yellow, which is an important reminder because back then people wore makeup. Everybody was wearing makeup before the game, so I showed up with the worst makeup on the planet. It was I felt like a clown. Not then, I felt pretty beautiful then, but now looking back, had a belt on at the time when belts were cool. It was yellow. And I did not know that when you were not rostered to skate, you were not doing the warm-up. You were doing the warm-up, you were not doing the intro. You did not need to work on the face and get all the makeup going. So I showed up and skated in the warm-up, which was great. And then when it came time to go out and do the intros, I got my makeup on, I'm ready to go out. And it was this whole setup. And then Roller Girl, God bless her heart, had to pull me aside and be like, oh, honey, you're not skating in the intro. You're going to be in the stands watching. And I was mortified. Also, it's brand new, so nobody bothered telling me when I was in the locker room, and I guess maybe they felt bad for me. I would have preferred to get it earlier rather than getting all my makeup on. But yeah, and that happened for one game, and then I didn't get rostered for a couple games, and finally I had my little place on the bench, and yeah, so that was my first experience. Always find out what the process is. You're going to want to know ahead of time.
Check in first. Get all the deets before you get super excited. But I think that's really important as a representative of Blood and Thunder, and speaking to Kim Janna, that you can start from anywhere, and just to have that heart and belief in yourself, because you never know what you can accomplish. And I think it's just it's such a great story and a huge motivation for me. And when I saw you, that was one of the first games I ever watched. And just to know that I've seen you stay late after practice and do your drills on your own and do your cross training and stuff like that. And so if you get told no the first time, don't think that means it's going to define your career as a skater, and that if you have the heart and the fire to do something special in this sport, believe in yourself, because that's step one. And then the rest of everyone else will believe in you after that. So thank you, Kim Janna.
Thank you, Evada Perón. And thank you, Blood and Thunder. And also, I'd like to give a nice little shout out to our sponsor, which is Bont. and sponsors both of us and takes good care of us and makes us look great, and our skates look great. We've got these pants, these awesome pants, and I can't speak highly enough about Bon. I always bring them up just because I feel very, very supported and loved. It's like being part of a family. So thanks, Debbie, and thanks, Bon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.